Hi, this is Tracy with UAS, and I wanted to show you how to create a newsletter. Now, I don't want to make this super complicated or too long of a tutorial, so I'm gonna really not get super in depth. So if for some reason you do want to send a newsletter and you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me. So from my screen, you can see I am on the main dashboard. The main menu that I'll be referring to is the gray bar over on the left-hand side. So to start getting ready to prep for a newsletter, we're going to go to the Marketing tab, and we're going to go over to Smart Campaigns. Once we switch to Smart Campaigns, we originally land on the My Campaign tab. For the newsletter, we're actually going to hop over to the Template tab, and we're going to select that. Once that populates, we're going to go and we're going to type newsletter. I have created a basic newsletter template for you called Agent Newsletter. Find that option, and you're going to go over and you're going to clone that newsletter. You're going to name this one your March newsletter. And then probably make your subject line the same. Now what I'm going to do in a separate email is I'm going to send you the contact. I'm going to send you photos, and I'm going to send you some text that you can copy and paste just to make this all go very smoothly. For the sake of speed for this, I've already loaded those into the system. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this first where we need to browse for our header image. Now what you will do is you will go to this upload. You will find the images that I've sent to you. I will send you 5. You will save them to a folder. You will select it. You will select open, and it will bring it in, and then drop the image down here where you can then select it to insert it into the newsletter. So we are looking for the header image. We're going to hit select and insert, and it places it into our newsletter. Then our next image, image number 2, we're going to browse for, and that is the blog. So I have one that is titled the March blog. So we're going to select that and insert it. Your image name is just image number 2 to make it easy. Then we're going to go down to image number 3, and we're going to browse. That is actually the February market stats. We're going to upload that, bring it in, select and insert that as well. Our next image is image number 4, which is don't rely on luck to find your next home. And we're going to then bring that in, and then we'll go ahead and browse and bring in our last image, which is the St. Patrick's Day image. So now we have brought our images in. So for this month, we do not need this content block here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say to remove that content block. So we have our header and we have our March blog. Then we're going down to the market stats for February. No additional content unless you want to put something there to elaborate. Feel free to do that. And then our next section is our Happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't rely on luck to find your next home. Now I have provided some content for you here. So that is in your email. So you're going to copy and paste that into this content block. Again, I've kind of come up with the verbiage for you there. The only thing that you want to make sure that you do is to highlight, click here to start your home search. You want to select the link, and then when you do that, you're going to want to drive that to your website. So you're going to want to put the URL to your KV Core website and paste that there. So you want to make sure that that does work and you've hyperlinked that. Then when we go down to our last St. Patrick's Day, I'm actually going to I gave you some additional verbiage that says, do you want to know what others are saying about the value of your property, or something to that extent. And again, I have added a hyperlink here. So with that, what I did is went to the KV Core website, went to the Buy tab, which populates the valuation model, and I copied that URL, pasted it here, and then hit OK, and that will allow that to have then a link that drives people to the website once I send this out to my clients. So once we get everything in there, you can preview to see what this is going to look like as your March newsletter. You can send a test to yourself, so you can make sure that those links indeed are going where you need them to go. And then once you feel like you have everything the way that you want it, then you hit clone template, and it now will create a March newsletter in that template section. So you hit clone. I'm not going to do that because I have already saved a March template newsletter. So then you say, okay, Tracy, what next? So what you'll do is once you are ready to send it, you go over to your contacts. And what I did is I searched for, I wanted to send this to my sphere with that. So the dashboard did change recently. So now you've got your filter menu that is kind of hidden and you can expand it out. So once I expand that out, I'm going to say, okay, show me everybody that is a status of sphere in my CRM, and it's going to bring those contacts in. One thing to pay attention to is when you are looking at your contact records up here, you want to set this to look as many contacts as you can. So I like to have that set at 250 because that way I can come in here and select all, and that will usually grab most of my contacts. Now, if you're somebody that has a large database, you may have to go to the next page and select the next 250, but you can only send to 250 at a time. So I only have 19, so I don't have that problem. So I'm going to select, I'm going to go to the email button. It will let me know if I have any unsubscribes or anybody with no email. And I'm going to come over to this template, and now I'm going to search for my March newsletter template. It's going to populate my March newsletter. Once again, I have the ability to preview or send a test, but once I am happy with that, I can simply hit send, and it will then send that to my sphere of contacts. So once you send that, you can come into a contact record, and you can see here that she has received my monthly newsletter. If I would like to view it, I can see what it looked like when it came across to her. So that is a quick tutorial on how to send a monthly newsletter. Look for the images and verbiage to be sent to you via MailChimp. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks. Bye-bye.